From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, December the 13th, 2017. Israel's security agency, the Shin Bet, revealed today that a plot to kidnap an Israeli citizen or soldier during Hanukkah was discovered and prevented. 3 members of an alleged Hamas terrorist cell in the northern West Bank suspected of a kidnapping plot were arrested in late October after an investigation of the Shin Bet together with the IDF and Israel police. Details had been kept until now under a gag order. The suspected terrorists had reportedly planned to disguise themselves as local Jewish residents and were going to pick up someone waiting at one of the main bus stops in the Samaria region and then use them as a bargaining chip for the release of Palestinian security prisoners. Weapons that the cell members had planned to use to carry out the attack, including a handgun, an electric shocker, and pepper spray, were also found during the investigation. A rocket was once again fired towards Israel from the Gaza Strip last night. It fell short and landed inside Gazan territory near the Israeli border fence. No injuries or damage was reported, and Israel's Air Force responded, striking a Hamas terror position in southern Gaza. U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman met today in Jerusalem with the city's mayor, Nir Barkat, in what the city's municipality said was part of the, quote, beginning of the process of moving the U.S. embassy to the capital. The statement says Friedman and Barkat discussed a, quote, shared future in Jerusalem. Meanwhile, Arab leaders gathered today for an emergency meeting following U.S. President Donald Trump's recognition last week of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas told delegates at the meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation that Jerusalem was and would always be the capital of Palestine, and that the Palestinians reject the American role in the peace process between Israel and the Palestinians. He said it will be unacceptable for it, meaning the U.S., to have a role in the political process any longer, since it is biased in favor of Israel. Abbas urged that the peace process now be handed over to the United Nations. He also said that the Palestinians would go to the UN Security Council for full UN membership. 57 members of the OIC took part in the meeting today, which was hosted by Turkey and took place in Istanbul. The Palestinian Authority, by the way, has also said that it will not meet with U.S. Vice President Mike Pence when he visits the region next week, also as a show of protest of the Jerusalem announcement. The U.S. Senate yesterday unanimously passed the JUST Act, the Justice for Uncompensated Survivors Today Act, which will help Holocaust survivors obtain restitution. As we reported to you last week, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee advanced the bipartisan bill, which was introduced back in February by Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin and Republican Senator Marco Rubio of Florida. The World Jewish Restitution Organization said upon the passage that through this legislation, the United States will help survivors achieve a small measure of justice for the wrongful seizure of their property during the Holocaust. And with the beginning of Hanukkah last night, messages were heard from President Trump, who said at the lighting on the mall that on this holiday we are proud to stand with the Jewish people who shine as a light to all nations. He said, we also stand with the people of Israel, the Jewish state, which has itself a miraculous history of overcoming the tallest of odds. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu lit the Chanukiah with members of the foreign ministry last night, and Israel's President Reuven Rivlin released a special video message for Hanukkah today, wishing the Jewish world strength, unity, and peace.
The Jewish people has great strength, but we also face threats and challenges. Israel knows how to defend itself against any threat from near and far. At the same time, we stand together with the Jewish people all over the world against the threat of anti-Semitism and hatred. Hanukkah shows us that united we stand and together we are strong. May the lights of Hanukkah give us all strength and bring light to all the Jewish people wherever they are. Happy Hanukkah, Hanukkah Sameach, and Shalom, Shalom to all of you from Jerusalem.
And remember, every evening here on JBS, catch our lighting of the Chanukiah at 5:30. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight, for Wednesday, December the 13th at 7 o'clock, it's from the Aleph Bet. At 7:30, the director of Ida's Secret is in the spotlight of New Jewish Cinema. At 8, NYU Rabbi Yehuda Sarna speaks to students about their experiences on campus on millennial perspectives. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Israeli celebrity chef and food critic Gil Chovav on L'chaim. And at 10, authors Mati Friedman and Nicole Krauss talk about writing about Israel. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, December the 13th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader. Happy Hanukkah.